All right, so it is our hope that at the end of your junior year, you spoke to several teachers that you would maybe want to write your letter of recommendations for colleges. So we want to walk you through the official process of requesting them in Naviance. So again, first step is to have the conversation with the teacher. So if you haven't had this conversation quite yet, you have to stop everything you're doing and hurry up and go talk to them. No. But what we do want you to do is have this conversation with the teachers prior to you actually completing these next steps, which we will show you in a second here. So again, first step, talk to the teachers and get their permission that they are willing to complete your letters of recommendations. Next, you want to go in and you're going to click on the Colleges tab in Naviance. Go to the bottom here where it says Apply to College, and you're going to select Letters of Recommendation from the drop-down menu. When you click that, you'll see that I have a request already out there for one of my teachers, but maybe I decided that I want to ask Mrs. Brilla to write my letter of recommendation. So I'm going to go in and hit Add Request. And all of our teachers that work at Owen J. Roberts High School are going to display in alphabetical order here in this list. So we're going to go in and I'm going to look for Mrs. Brilla specifically. All right, so I select her name from the drop-down and I'll indicate that so we have two options here. I personally want to indicate that I'd like her to send the letter of recommendation to all of my colleges, all right? However, you may know that, let's say one of your schools, let's say as an example, I don't know if this is true or not, but like maybe Temple only wants one letter of recommendation and you've asked 3 different teachers. So maybe you would prefer Miss Seiler to write your letter for Temple. So you want to make sure that you're just choosing specific colleges then for Mrs. Brilla. So you could pick all of the ones with the exception of Temple, for example. So you'll want to go in and check the boxes of which one you would want them to be sent to. The nice little cheat sheet here under choose specific colleges, when you expand that, you'll see what is the required and how many are permitted. So there are some colleges out there that will only permit you to send one letter of recommendation. So in this situation, you just want to be very cognizant of who you are asking to send letters into which colleges. All right. So, but for this tutorial, I want to send it to all colleges. All right. And I can type in here, hi, Mrs. Brilla. Thank you so much for writing my letter or for your willingness to write my letter of recommendation. I look forward to working with you this year. All right. So you want to type in a quick note. All right. And that teacher is going to get an email. Once we hit submit request, the teacher receives an automatic email just asking that we go ahead and write an official letter of recommendation. All right. So you can go ahead and submit the request. All right. And it will say, way to go. They'll be notified. And you can continue to add teachers if you have certain teachers you want to write to certain schools. But just as a quick note, guys, the process is this. First step, have a conversation with the teacher. Second step is to go ahead and put the request in Naviance. Third step then at this point is for you to pick up a purple form, all right, or a letter of recommendation request form in the guidance office. And you'll want to fill out the information on this sheet. So we'll ask you which college and what type of application you're submitting, and then the deadline for that application. And once you fill everything out and also indicate how you're applying, are you applying directly to the institution or are you going to be utilizing the common application? Once you fill it all out, you bring it down to the guidance office and you're going to check with Mrs. Guarini to have her verify that what is on your purple form matches what is on Naviance. So once she verifies it, she returns the purple form back to you. And then it is so important to not forget this step. You have to give the purple form directly to that teacher. Okay, so teachers, even if you put the request in Naviance, will not send your letters of recommendation until you give them the purple form. All right. And then once they receive the purple form, it will be time for them to complete the letters and upload their information. If you have questions about this process or you need any further help, definitely swing on by the guidance office.